to know what you're doing, and we want to find out what your problems are and let you talk to these guys about those problems. Without any further structuring on my part whatsoever, well, and besides welcoming you guys, and we really appreciate the attendance today. I'll introduce you folks, the ones that don't know already, to Mr. Steve Arvey from Florida. And to Mr. Dale Puckett from New Mexico.
My name is Steve. I'm grizzled.
It's like
Steve, nice
How you doing? Nice to finally meet this guy. Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
it's like YouTube has come alive.
Yeah, well, it's just.
Okay, so so we're all flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I am so happy to be here. I am so happy to be here. Look at me, I'm shaking. So yes, this is my first time actually representing, being in public, not behind a camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm from San Isidro, New Mexico, which is when you run out of things to Google, do a Google Earth. I'm San Isidro, New Mexico. It's a little village, population 200, northwest of Albuquerque, New Mexico. In between two Indian reservations, the Jemez Pueblo on the top side, the Zia Pueblo on the other side. My backyard, I got the Jemez River going through the backyard. On the other side of that, on the other side of my backyard is the Zia Pueblo. I've been, just a real quick, I'll just make this quick. I'm almost 60 years old. 40 years of my life, I was an engineer at Intel, making computer chips for the computers. And so I'm a computer geek, and I hate computers. So much so that when I retired to become a grandpa 2 years ago, we moved from Portland, Oregon, back to New Mexico. That's where my roots are. And now I live off grid. I am off grid. So you can imagine the shock to my system to come here to New Orleans and walk down the street of Bourbon Street and Frenchman Street. I'm just like going, whoa. Television. But anyhow, so I am happy to be here. Happy to meet you all and stuff like that. I'm a kid in a candy store. Absolutely.
It's really great to meet you, and that's really cool. 40 years, and now you're making guitars. That's fantastic.
Dude, life is good, man.
It is good.
Life is good.
I know a lot of engineers that build guitars, and it's really great. You know, a lot of builders I know that they work for GM, like Doug McDowell. He worked, you know, and then they come out and you can create. It's all about creating, and that's why we're here today. Is because all the great creations here and all the incredible guitars we're going to see over these 3 days. You know, why Cigar Box? Why the Cigar Box Guitar? I get that, you know, I get asked that all the time. Is it just a fad? No, it's not something that's just cool. For me, the Cigar Box Guitar, I keep saying this all the time, the instruments play you.
That's right.
I think what's, you know, a really good book for everybody to read here is The Birth of Loud, which talks about Leo Fender and Les Paul and how guitars came about. And, you know, you take a look at the museum, George Epagnopoulos, who started Epiphone, the way he made guitars. I think we've lost a lot in the industry where everything is just pretty much cut and dried, you know, and routers and, you know, using, and it's, the guitars come and really bring a lot of originality to people's playing. I always say, like, if George Harrison was alive right now, he would have loved Cigar Box guitars because of the way the slide tones comparing, you know, and it's just unbelievable. And I started. It was Microwave Dave. How many people know Microwave Dave from Huntsville, Alabama? All right. So Microwave Dave. I Strat. I was in the band. We warmed them up in Milwaukee, and I was playing all sorts of regular Strat type stuff, and he just got up with 3 strings, and after the I had I never forget. I had Ma Bench's granddaughter there, a herring lady, and I was going out with a girl and try to impress her, and we were with the hair and this rock and blues band. Microwave Dave just got up there with 3 strings and just nobody even remembered anything we did, just like an Elmore James type. And it was just I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, I want that. I like that sound, and that's how it really got me. And at that time, we didn't have YouTube videos. I remember making my first one. The intonation was all off. But I think that experimenting and making your own guitar really brings an incredible feel of you're with you're with the guitar, you're with the instrument, you're with the sound. And throughout the years, I've met so many great builders that I started getting. I was telling them. Over post VFW post, I play there a lot, and a lot of the guys that were there built guitars, and I play their guitars on stage, and it gave them so much joy to all of a sudden hear they've made something for $50-$60 in parts or whatever, and then I bring it up, and then they sell it for $200, and they're like, yeah, So anyway, I can go in a lot of ways, but the industry is great. It keeps growing, but not at a real fast rate, which is nice. We've seen some different, bigger people try to mass produce stuff, which I think has helped in some ways, because the builders that are making people fall and find different sounds, And my hat's off. Your videos have helped so many people.
Yeah.
Bell's for me to sit here. It's just really great to sit here and talk to you. So I'd like to say, does anybody have any questions? We start the whole Builders Forum.
Can you tell what's your name again?
Del, D-E-L, Puckett, P-U-C-K-E-T-T. And I've been asked, is that a stage name? No, it's my mom gave me that name when I was a kid.
Before I was born. Did you both play regular 6-string guitars for a number of years before you found the truth?
Yeah, no, I picked up a guitar at the age of 14.
Okay.
And I've been a guitar player. I still play guitar, I play guitar in church and stuff. I haven't quite yet introduced the church to the 6-string, or to the 3-string, but that's my goal. Obviously you're a guitar player, right?
Yeah, I started on guitar, then went and played bass, and I grew up in Chicago with a lot of the blues, the whole blues community up there. So, I played, all around the world, with acoustic guitars. I was endorsed by Gibson for a while, and bigger companies. I played guitar my whole life. I still play regular, 6-string guitars. I'm a full-time working musician. I work in Bradenton. I do everything from rock and roll trivia and play, acoustic stuff. I play cover tunes. I'm not embarrassed to say, I play, Kenny Chesney and, people like that. But.
Braden again.
But then I found the Cigar Box Guitar, and speaking of that, there's a lot of. I'm really proud to say that Memphis Lightning, Memphis started with Cigar Box guitars. He played, but I think I'm happy to say when he went to play the Bradenton Cigar Box Guitar Fest, I was looking at videos, and one of my requirements I like to see. You come to play a Cigar Box Guitar Festival. I don't want to see you playing like a Strat. Not that I love, but it's Cigar Box. And Memphis went ahead and he made a bunch of videos, and he got a lot of his guitars from mainly Steve Richards, who makes great stuff out of Maine. They have a great Cigar Box Guitar Fest there, and he got in, and he's really
Yeah.
He's really taken off Memphis lately. We're all going to see him tomorrow night. So there's all sorts of different styles, and it's great. More questions?
Yeah, I've got a question about pricing in that
Pricing.
Yeah, like I'll go
They're
to
priceless, dude.
to different places to sell my guitars, and usually I've got around $100 in parts in them, and then it seems like that where they don't go past is like $300, and so it'll take me 4 days because I'm not mass producing them, and most of that work is spent in building and leveling the neck and the fretboard and the frets after that, recrowning and things like that. And so, it's like $50 a day. So it's like, okay, a hobby that pays for itself. I can write off this festival and my taxes. But I've been talking to people and they're like, yeah, if you're going to go to the next level, you need to really jack up the price. And that's
Dude, I got bad news for you, dude.
Yeah.
Don't be in it for the money, man. That's I can't. So here's the deal. Gosh, I hate this. I hate to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like each one of these instruments is like your kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like how can you put a price on your kid? You know what I'm saying? Well, this kid's more valuable than this kid. It's like you can't. And then when other people ask me how much do you think I should sell this for? It's like, dude, I can't make that judgment. There's no, because for a number of reasons. Number one, each one of these instruments, as an artist, do you're putting your heart and your soul and years of creative trial and error and stuff like that, dude, it would be unfair to you, to anybody, you know what I'm saying, to put a price tag on that. That being said, obviously you want to sell it. You want to, you don't want to, and I understand, giving them away as gifts but as an artist, we're almost like validated by how much money I can get on this, and I'm looking at it from a business. Okay, I got time in here, and I got so many materials, and so I'd like to see this much out of it. Dude, that's not the game you want. That's not the hill you want to die on. The hill you want to die on is number one, because you want to make every one of my instruments. I'm building it for myself. I'm always trying to outdo my last build, whether it's in quality or tone or time, whatever. There's always this internal, I can do better, I can do better, I can do better, I can do better, and that's a vicious cycle. I don't recommend it for anybody. Run away, kids. Do not. But that being said, I price my guitars so that nobody wants to buy them. You know what I'm saying? I am, and my wife, she gets so mad at me. She's like, "Why did you do you really?" And I'm just like, "Well, sorry." You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then some of them are priced to never sell because I don't want to sell them. You know what I'm saying? Now, that being said, I do commissions. People call, they'll email me and they'll say, I would like this and this and this and this, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, do I even want to build this guitar? Because is it something that I would build for myself? And if not, I forward it to my friends in the business, my peers in the community that I know that I'd be helping them out, helping them build and stuff like that. But I don't want to shoot myself in the foot either. You know what I'm saying? So I build towards people's budgets. In other words, I'll ask them in the email. I'll say, typically these are my prices, depending on what you want, bells and whistles like that. And so I try to have a little target. You know what I'm saying? In between, say maybe $300 and maybe pushing $500. I feel bad if I'm pushing, because we all know it doesn't cost so much. You know what I'm saying? Time and effort, whatever like that. And then they'll come. Either they'll sign off and they'll say, thank you very much, it's way too expensive, or we'll negotiate. When we negotiate, again, I'll try to interview them on the email or text, whatever, to find out what they want, what they need. What are their goals and their ambitions? What do they need in an instrument? It's more important for me to put an instrument in somebody's hand that they're going to love, it's going to change their life, than it is for me to extrapolate $200, $300, $400 from them. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just my heart my heart is to get. I would rather give somebody a guitar and have them have it change their life than for me to have a transaction of money. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, they're pieces of art, and it's unfair to put a price tag on a piece of art. That's my personal conviction. In other words, so I can't, especially other people's art. How much do you think I should charge? It's like, dude, I can't go there with you, man. I can't go there with you. Why? Because, dude, I guarantee you, it's worth way more than I could ever come up with. It's like asking the young lady how old she is, right? You just don't go there. So that's my rant.
That's a good answer.
on
I
pricing.
mean, I sold a few at the last festival and gave away 7. I mean, like, the trash guys were pulling the trash out in the end, and I'm like, here's the guitar, here's the guitar. You got a kid? There you go. They couldn't believe it, and it's like, that made me happier than most of the sales.
Yeah, that's it.